Good morning. It's Richard Lewis Brown. Today is March 3rd, 2021. As you know, I'm running for Local 1000 president. Today's video, it's about integrity. And the reason why it's about integrity, because I'm the only person running for Local 1000 president that has integrity. No scripts, no slick videos. I'm not wearing a hat on my head. I'm not using Local 1000 company credit card to get my car out of impound. That's what Tony Owens does. Let me say this for you again. Today is March 3rd, 2021. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, and I'm running for Local 1000 president. And this video, again, is about integrity. I am not like Tony Owens. I don't produce scripts. That's what Tony Owens and MTC and Yvonne Walker, that's what they do. They give you rehearsed, edited scripts. And I'm not like Tony Owens. I don't use the company credit card to get my car out of impound for my own personal use. That's what Tony Owens does. I don't wear hats inside buildings. That's what Tony Owens does. But again, this video is about my integrity and why these other Local 1000 candidates have no integrity. These other candidates, as I state, are status quo. They keep everything the way it is. They're not going to change anything. They'll tell you anything and everything to get your vote. I, Richard Lewis Brown, I don't do that. I tell you what it is. I tell you my 10-point platform. Oh, out of my beautiful, look at this. See it? See, that's called integrity. I put things in writing, in a brochure. I don't give you some little cheap-ass flyer. No, I don't do that. And when I put it in that brochure, you can best believe it has a union label on it. In other words, it's printed by a union print shop. And you can call that print shop to verify that I paid them and that I'm using that print label legally. I cannot stress this to you enough. When these other people give you their little flyers, and if you see a union print label on there, call that print company and see if they're using that print label legally. Now, it's about integrity. We're hurting right now. We're losing 2 days of pay. This should have ended. This should have ended a long time ago. In fact, it should have never started. We have $22 billion in savings, $15 billion surplus, 10.3 unprojected revenue, and we're still losing 2 days a month. Why isn't Yvonne Walker not on every day in a video telling you what she's doing to get our money back, to stop these horrendous pay cuts so you can take care of your family? She gives you one video per week. It tells you nothing. It's meaningless. It doesn't inspire you because she thinks you're dumb. She thinks you're uninspired. You're uneducated, that you don't care. I'm going to get back to this integrity because she has no integrity. I'm the only person that has the integrity. These other individuals running, they have no integrity. Here's a clear example of this. Voting. If you have integrity, you want everybody to vote, and you're not going to require someone to pay you money to vote in this great country. As someone told me last night, as long as you're 18 and you're a U.S. citizen, when you have your right paperwork, your correct paperwork to be here, you can vote in this country. How many homeless people are voting? Tons. The homeless can vote in this country. You don't have to pay money to vote in this country, and you should not have to pay money to vote in Local 1000. And by the way, Local 1000 controls your wages and working conditions. It's called the Exclusive Representative Clause, Ralph C. Dills Act. When's the last time Yvonne Walker told you that? That she's controlling your wages and working conditions? She hasn't. Has Tony Owens told you that? Has Sophia Perkins told you that? Has any of these people running for statewide office told you the truth? No, they have not. They have no integrity. None. And I'm calling them out on this. If they had integrity, they would call me out. They would do a debate video with me. But you can't debate the truth. You can't debate integrity. And more true is you can't debate someone that has the inspiration and the motivation to beat you. Hi, Kathy. Now listen, this video is about integrity. And I'm going to show you real soon here about the integrity of Local 1000. These status quo teams have no integrity. If they had integrity, they would want to have term limits for all elected leadership positions in Local 1000. That way people can all have a voice. You don't see the same people doing the same thing. They have no integrity. Now, they have hypocrisy. They tell you how important politics matters. They tell you we must be involved in politics, but they're against term limits. But yet the governor and the state legislature, the people that talked us into losing our money, the people who are not losing any of their money because they prioritized and protected their money and their families, they're on term limits. Think about this. This is why I say I'm the only one that has integrity to tell you the truth. Local 1000 status quo teams have no integrity. None. They don't want term limits, but the people that they're bragging about, the people they're saying we have to support, have term limits. That's, if you want to call that integrity, that's called hypocrisy. That's what they have. They're hypocrites. MTC included, hypocrites. You wanted to put term limits, some type of nuanced term limits on statewide officers. But you don't want to put term limits on the DLC presidents and all leadership positions because you're a hypocrite. That's your integrity. That's Yvonne Walker's integrity. She's a hypocrite. She wants to talk about fair elections. She wants to talk about Black Lives Matter. But she can't even protect white people's money under a signed contract. Give me a break. Integrity. I'm the only person that's going to address the lack of integrity of our union. And therefore, you have to create a new culture. But I'm going to take this deeper. Integrity is about your dignity. And in our current contract, 5.11, Dignity Clause, page 7, when you grieve because your boss is too egotistical, because he thinks he knows every damn thing, he wants to run you, he wants to control you, and you file a dignity grievance against him, it goes up to step 3, the final step, and the final step's CalHR. CalHR is going to support management. They're not going to support rank and file. That tells you about the integrity of Local 1000, because your contract is meaningless. It starts with money, and it starts with dignity. Your money wasn't protected. They came and took your money from you. They talked you into giving up your money. You didn't want to fight. You didn't want to force them to furlough you. You said, okay, just take the money from us. For what? For what? That was dumb. The science is stuck on stupid. Now, let me tell you about this integrity. See, people tell you, Richard, stop talking about the past. When a person tells you to stop talking about the past, stop talking about it, only worry about today, you sound like you're from the ghetto. I should know. You're living day to day. You study the past so you don't make the same mistakes in the future. That's why you do that. And now I'm going to tell you, did you realize our 2013 through 2016 contract had furlough and POP protection? You didn't realize that, did you? Because you're living day to day because you're trying to make it. Because when I tell you to study the past, you say, well, you don't have time for that. If you don't have time to study the past, you don't have time to vote, you will continue to live day to day and you'll never get ahead. And I can guarantee you that in this country, if you don't study and use financial discipline and read, you'll never make it. Now, I'm going to read this to you. It came out of our contract from 2013 to 2016. On the inside, the second page, when we, the member-elected bargaining team, blah, 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 blah. This agreement achieves each of the 4 objectives while successfully addressing a number of other issues of importance to you. Among the key provisions, listen to this. Here we go. No new furlough or PLP days during the term of the contract. Let me read this chat to you again. The 2013 to 2016 contract. No new furlough or PLP days during the term of the contract. Why in the hell is that language not in all our contracts? Why? Now you can have a no-strike clause. because you're protected against POP or furlough. Why is that in not all of our contracts, that verbiage? Because they know you're not reading and they manipulate you. I put up a Facebook post this morning talking about this. When I'm your president, that language will always be in there. Always. We will not lose money under furlough or POP because that's my integrity. Did these other people running for office, did they tell you this? Did they tell you this? Hell no, they didn't tell you this because they want you to stay stuck on stupid. They want you to say, oh, Richard doesn't know what he's talking about. Richard's just angry. He's just emotional. He can't control his temper. He has no union experience. That's a bunch of garbage. And I'm not going away, and I'm going to keep pounding this home. I'm the only person that has the integrity to lead this union. I just read it to you. And you know why that was there? Because back years ago, I was raising a stink at those town halls in 2013 about going on strike. And they needed something to put in there to get people to vote yes on the contract. It had like a very small pay increase in that contract. So they stuck that in there to convince you to vote yes. And then the prior contracts, they had bigger pay increases and other little stuff. You know, I think the $2,500 bonus for the 2016 contract, that was a bribe. That's their integrity. They bribe you into voting yes on these contracts. And then when you go to the place to vote for the contracts to approve it, they ask you, did you vote yes? And if you say, no, I'm going to vote no, then they harass you. Your own union bullies you into voting yes for a contract that you don't want to vote yes on. I voted no to all these contracts. And then this last contract, they used a $260 healthcare stipend. You know, a bribe. That's before tax. See, this is why they cannot debate me. Because I study. Every day I'm studying. And I'm looking at numbers. But more importantly, how do I make you feel with my integrity? How do I make you feel? See, these other candidates, they're going to try to use logic, and they're going to try to be the smartest people in the room. They want to reassure you that everything's under control while you lose money. That's what they do because they have no integrity. Listen, if they had integrity, when we lost these 2 days, and we just gave up our money, did Yvonne Walker give up her salary stipend? Did Yvonne Walker give up that salary stipend? Did MTC, who told people in 2018 in their first campaign, we are not going to take that salary stipend, and then they took it in 2019. They agreed as a team to take the money. Did they give up the salary stipend? Did they? No. But I'm the bad guy. These people don't care about you. That's what I said. This video is about integrity. I'm the only person that cares about you. You say, oh, well, Richard, but there's other people running for the VP positions. Should we vote for them? Stay tuned, because I know where this is headed, and I know exactly what I'm doing. But I know I have integrity. When I announced the slates back on September 25th, 2020, people said, Richard doesn't know what he's talking about. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I was 1,000% right. Someone tried to come on Facebook Live over the weekend, Cora Okamura, a former Vice President, Secretary Treasurer. She said we didn't have the right to vote. That's a lie. I'm sorry. She said that we couldn't go on strike, that strikes were illegal. That's a lie. And then she blocked me. If you noticed, a lot of these Facebook pages blocked me. They threw me off. They censored me. Cancel culture. Because I have too much integrity. I have so much integrity that when I tell you we shouldn't be involved in the Black Lives Matter, as an African American, we should only be doing two things for Local 1000. Contract negotiations and job representation. That's it. That's the kind of integrity I have. I've always had this integrity. to fight for you, to fight for your money. I'm telling you this over and over and over and over, and I'm going to keep doing this repeat messaging. And when you say, I'm so sick of hearing Richard Lewis Brown talk on Facebook, I wish he would just go away, then what you're really saying is you don't care about losing money. That's what you're saying. Have these other candidates told you how hard they're going to fight? Because the only way pay increase, we must go on strike. Once our contract expires and we're negotiating in good faith and we reach a legal impasse, we can go on strike. That's what it is. And I keep stressing this. This is the most important election in Local 1000 history because this is about status quo. The status quo don't have integrity. I have the integrity. Now, I'll give you my number, 408-207-2339. Tell you where I live, 3225 43rd Street, Sacramento, California, 95817. Someone tried to say I didn't have integrity years ago. You know what I did? I emailed them my tax returns, my credit report. And then they were so shocked by it. Because some people talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. And that's why I tell you, I'm the only one that has the integrity. I'm the only one that does non-scripted, non-edited, unrehearsed. Sometimes you hear the phone ring. Sometimes my lighting's all crazy. Sometimes I lose internet connection. You know, sometimes I stumble over my words because I'm talking too damn fast. But it's live. And I'm going to keep doing these live videos along with my regular videos, my weekly videos. And I'm going to win this election with your support. So you need to tell everybody, Richard Lewis Brown is for real. That's why they say Richard the Real, because I'm coming and I'm going to win the election because I'm the only one that has the integrity. I'm the only one you can trust. I'm the only one that tells you the truth. The only one that tells you the truth about Local 1000 and what we can do. Okay, today's March 3rd, 2021. I greatly appreciate your time and your energy. And we're going to keep this moving. We're going to win the election. And we're going to create a new culture for Local 1000. Thank you. Have a great day.